Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of True Chats with Shen. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're not reacting to things that are trending online today. I wanted to talk about some things that we've been seeing or not seeing on social media, censorship, and what that means for all of us. Take this as your reminder not to believe blindly anything at all, not to believe anything at all blindly. Things are going to get, I think, are about to get really spooky. And I think the way that people, I think people are going to try to control certain narratives. And so we have to activate our critical thinking. Yes, take this as a reminder to activate your critical thinking. If we look on social media now, especially with what is happening across the seas, the place where so many of my Jamaican brothers and sisters are clawing to be, I think there's a very concerning trend that is happening, and it's not something that's new. This is something that has been happening since the beginning of time. The things that we consume have been severely controlled. Seeing what I'm seeing now when it comes to TikTok, especially because that's where a lot of people get their news from. I think this is just the time for us to, if you were not thinking critically before and questioning things before, this is the time for us to start to question the things that we believe in and the things that we see. I think too often, this is just all my opinions, by the way, but I think too often a lot of us are just too willing to accept anything as factual and law. I think too often we are just willing to accept the first piece of news that comes our way without questioning it. And if we even question, we don't question it enough to where we actually challenge it. If we view any type of pushback or feedback as something negative about a lot of the things that we see or believe over the years, especially within the past, I think 2 years, where we realize that a lot of the things that we see it's never just what we see. It's something that is put out to portray a certain message, to make the audience feel a certain type of thing and believe certain things. If we don't practice for starting critically now, it's going to get so much worse, especially the fact that we are living in an age where we cannot even trust the things that we see with our own eyes. When most of what we see through the screen, and no, we cannot trust the things that we see on the screen. The people we see on the screen are not even real people. We get half of stories and we don't get the whole thing, and we hold on to a narrative with just hearing half of a story. If we don't train our minds to start to really think and question things, there will be a time when these people can literally sell us anything. Even though religion is so widely talked about, a lot of people's gods is money. The gaining of more wealth, just money overall, is what people serve, the dollar. And if people can do things, change narratives to secure an extra singular cent, they will do it. If they have to do it at your expense, they will do it. And so we cannot allow ourselves to just fall prey to any piece of information that we get. I think the way that we have been getting information these past few years has made our minds lazy. I remember back in the day when I was in school, when we had to do a project. Oh my gosh, I'm one of those back in the days people. That's crazy. But when we had to do a project, we had to go to the library, look for books, dig up encyclopedias. Oh my gosh. You know how... Either way, let me not say that because I'm trying to encourage you guys to do it too. But we had to dig through books, dig through things to get information to do something. Nowadays, you don't even have to do assignments. You can just allow AI to regurgitate any information it wants and do it for you. So I'm just saying that the things that, even though it was such a chore back then, at least it gave us like the skill set needed to search through information and find what you need. I just say all that to say the way that we now consume and get information has made our minds lazy. Our minds are so lazy. And a lazy mind, I think, with everything that's going on, I think the aim for the people, the powers that be, is to make our minds lazy, is to make us not want to think about things and just take whatever they say as law. It's not wise to trust anything at all. Religion, politics, even just social interactions on the media. Like we've seen so many cases where people come up with a story, and because they come up with it first, like everybody believes them, only to find out in the end, after more information comes out, that that was just not the truth. And it's such a like frustrating place to be, because imagine we're living in a world where we have to question. It makes us paranoid. It can make us paranoid, yes. You cannot trust anything that you see anywhere. You cannot trust the words coming out of people's mouths. You cannot trust anything. And it makes us kind of insecure about the world around us. But I think it's better to like actually question like things that you believe in. Whatever you believe in is supposed to be able to undergo severe scrutiny and still hold firm, especially because now we're in the age of AI. And I think because we feed AI so much information, I'm gonna say we because I do it too, it's only going to get worse from here. And I kind of shudder to think of what the world is going to look like in a few years from now when these things advance. I don't want to be a sheep. I don't want to be somebody that you can literally say anything to and run with it like gospel. I don't want to be that type of person. I don't want my child to be that person. I don't want my audience, whatever audience I have, I don't want us to be those people. Because when we are those people, it's so easy for us to be led astray. We're mentality not firm. A lack of accurate information can cause us to be divided. And when we're divided, it's so easy to pick us apart and get us to do whatever they want us to do. We need to start reading more. I know this is so cliche, because a lot of people always say, oh, New Year's resolution, let's read. I mean like read fiction and fantasy. Even when it comes to like, and I'm so guilty of all of these things, even when it comes to like elections, so read manifestos. Like it starts as simple as there. Read manifestos. Don't just latch on to the parts of it that people want to throw out there because they know that it's going to be the most sensationalized thing, the thing that people might care about the most, and they're putting it out there because they know they will win. Actually sit down and when last you read a manifesto? Jamaica just had an election a few months ago. I didn't read that manifesto. When last you actually sit down and read everything what them people here plan out, and not just read it, question it. Marine, read every single party's manifesto. Have like valid and accurate questions. Know what you hold people accountable for. When last you read about the history of your country? When last you what you know actually? We have guys, so we have power actually, and this is why the powers that be want to keep us controlled. Because if we don't acknowledge the power that we have, they will get away with anything. They can throw anything at us, and we won't even know that we have the right to do something about it. And previously, I was of the thought that, okay, if me even know the information, what me I gonna do about it? Like, what? I know that me can't actually change nothing. But I think that if enough of us are actually knowledgeable about the things that we actually care about, and enough of us stand up against things, oh gosh, I wonder if they're going to censor me. That again, so we're under severe censorship. But if enough of we care about something enough and actively work towards a change, that's the only way that things will change. That's the way of the way that things changed in the years before. That's the reason why they didn't want slaves to learn to read. That's the reason why the Bible was withheld from the general public for years. They don't want you to have the knowledge. They know that knowledge is power. Did the Bible not say that people perish for the lack of knowledge? Let me look it up to see if the Bible said, because I don't want to tell you no foolishness. The Bible actually says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. That's the Bible. Guys, we can't just go with the flow. And may I say this as somebody who has been going with the flow for years. We cannot just go with the flow. We have to challenge our minds, learn how to do research, learn how to look out for information, learn to actually read through things, question things, try to comprehend what we are reading. We're not talking about just call words. We live in such a headline society. People don't even want to read a simple article. We read the headline, we get irate. We read the headline, we're comfortable. We're not even take the time for see what actually is being said and how it will affect like the general population, or even you if you're getting selfish, even yourself. How is it going to affect you and your kids? At least let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Please subscribe to this channel if this is your kind of vibe. I plan to do more of these things, more of these kinds of videos where I just not necessarily react to things, but anything on my mind, like tell me for talk about, but just I got talk about it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Do all the things on YouTube that people always tell you to do, and I will definitely see you in the next one.